Hi everyone, I've been receiving loads of reports from girls as young as 13 about these two nation family recruiters, Zainab Kabir and Thea Marie. They're using TikTok to invite young girls aged between 13 and 16 to business brunches to become boss babes. For context, if you're aged 13 to 16, you're in year 9 to 11. The girls are then added to this group chat that's run by AINT'T Marie, which has almost 500 kids in there already. And not once has she contacted any of their parents to ask for permission to be in regular communication with their child. This is a screenshot of Zainab asking one of the girls how old they were. And the girls responded saying, I'm 14, and obviously realizing that she might be too young for whatever the opportunity is. And Zainab responds with, the younger, the better. What kind of predatory language is that? This is literally what grooming looks like. So once they're in the group chat, AINT'T Marie organises these free brunches for the minors to attend under the guise of female empowerment and working on your goals and networking. But really, it's just to lure them in to join SPAC Nation and move into their trap house. For those of you that don't know, the trap house is basically the mansion that they all flaunt on social media. It's literally where all of them live. And by all, I mean 20 plus people in this shared accommodation, which is why you don't see the bedrooms because they're cramped up in there. But they will show you the outside. They'll show you a young kitchen and a corridor. My thing is, if you've got this shared accommodation with 20 plus people living in there, grown men, grown adults, why is it that you specifically want 13 to 16-year-old girls to move in? What are you trying to do to them? I want it to be very clear that what we're witnessing right now is child trafficking. So please, please keep your loved ones away from these dusty tunes.
How we doing, guys? Myself, Chris Predator OBE, hitting you with a quick one. Real Talk True Season. Don't worry, I'll wait. You've been seeing the video. You've been seeing the videos going around saying there are these ladies that are grooming 12 to 16-year-olds, getting them to go to brunches and all the rest of it. And we've heard about this organization called SPAC Nation. I've spoken about them before. You know what's there? And what they do and what they tend to do is find young people that are finding it difficult on the streets. They've been stabbed. They haven't got a relationship with their parents. And I heard that they get taken to this house, which they now call it the trap house, but it's basically meant to be a safe house for young people to go. But young people have come out and said that they've been abused, they've been treated misfairly, they're sleeping in a room with 5 or 6 different people, they're being forced to work, they don't get none of their wages. This is so-called allegations. Once again, Watchdog was involved, Panorama was involved. There was a lot of people that had speculations about how that church was being run and the way that they was grooming young people, the way that they was glamorizing Gucci, fast cars. They were doing it in fancy hotels. Even the pastor, he's got fancy clothes, and the way that he talks. And for me personally, when I think about church, when I think about God, when I think about repenting, when I think about doing good deeds, that's not what I see. That's not what I look at. And for a church to be able to tell people to take money out of their accounts or get them to take out loans and all the rest of it and puts people in debt, I don't know if that's the greatest church. But once again, this girl's come out and said what she's had to say. Now, a lot of people are saying the same thing. We don't care. Of course, she's going to come out and say that, all the rest of it. It seems funny. She said that she had parents' consent in the sense of talking to these young people, but she had a group chat of nearly 2,000 young people in this group chat. And I don't know how many children that you was able to call every single parent and get their consent. And 9 times out of 10, these children will lie. These children will want to be bigger than what they are. These kids do want to be adults. So when someone else is giving them an opportunity or putting certain lights within them, they are going to sit there and be like, rah, like, let me try this out, let me go to this and all the rest of it, and not knowing, end up giving over their bank details, or if not, running away from home. This is where we hear about a lot of children going missing, running away from home, and sometimes it's happening within our own community. So it's about putting parents up on game. Safeguarding is very, very key. So once again, it's about you understanding what your child's doing, the social media, who they're speaking to, where they're going, because these are kind of things where we sit there and we can blame these organizations for grooming our children, but are we not blaming parents? Are we not blaming us in the sense of, why don't we know? Why did we allow our child to be misguided by someone else? Why did we allow our child to be influenced or seek for other role models? That means that we're not doing certain things behind closed doors. Facts. We're not doing certain things behind closed doors. So once again, we can sit there and point fingers, but we need to sit there and have a better installation of where our children are, why they're going missing, the generation that they're living in, what they feel like their obstacles are, the opportunities that they feel that they lack, why they want to be influencers or jump to the glamorized life, or the reasons why they feel like they need to get their lips done, their breasts done, or the reasons why the boys feel like they need the kind of the goose jackets and all these kind of things. Why? And if you're not looking at yourself as a parent in the sense of, maybe I haven't put the right installations, or maybe I put too much installations. I'm that parent. I make sure that I'm wearing Gucci, Prada, and all the rest of it. What are we doing to our young people, and why are they chasing so much of this fast life? We've got to a stage where we used to use like prostitutes and be like, rah, like, you're a prostitute, you're selling your soul, you're selling your body. You shouldn't do that, rare. And we used to look down upon that. Now we've got OnlyFans and everyone's just like, yeah, that's standard. A woman's making her money, she's empowered. But why? Why has it got to a stage of it's got that far where we talk about, oh, men always sexualize us, and now it's got to a stage where every single woman wants to sexualize themselves in that kind of way. It worries me and it scares me. But if you guys don't want to listen to it, I understand. The girl is sitting there breaking it down about her life in the sense of she used to cut her wrist and she doesn't have the best relationship with her parents and all the rest of it. And she says that she wasn't grooming them. But I let you guys decide, who do you think is in the wrong? Do you think this girl was grooming them? Do you think this girl's got problems of her own? Do you think this girl needs much more guidance and much more support? Do you feel like the SPAC Nation and that understanding is not giving her the right installation, and maybe she's not doing it in the sense of being malicious? Maybe she feels like she's doing good deeds. Maybe she feels like she's doing something right, but because she hasn't got the right people around her, maybe she's being misguided. So who do you think's in the wrong? Do you feel like it's more down to the organization SPAC Nation? Do you feel like it's down to this young girl trying to manipulate other young girls? Do you feel like these young girls are a bit too naive and should have thought about what they were doing and why they would want to go and seek information from another person that seems to be a little bit broken, that seems to be a little bit like hasn't got everything together? So the fact that she wants to help, is very, very hard to help someone when you need help yourself. So guys, who's in the wrong? I'll let you guys decide. What's you guys' thoughts? Comment below.
Okay. Hi guys. It's probably like my fifth take trying to do this without crying. Okay. So I wasn't planning on doing this today. However, because of the false accusations on social media and how it's blown out of proportion, I decided that it was only right to come and do this. It's crazy because yesterday was actually my birthday, and waking up to so much death threats is crazy. Like death threats and phone calls telling you to go die and continue slitting your wrists and just kill yourself. It's quite crazy and overwhelming to actually think that people actually think like this in the world, that someone like me would do such a thing. Yeah, it's mind-boggling for real. So I think I'm just going to start off with my personal story, just so I think it all makes sense with leading on to why I did this in the first place. I didn't have the best upbringing at all. So I think some people can probably relate with my story, just in terms of, you know, like your parents and stuff like that. Your dad leaving you. Like, it was crazy. And it's just crazy that your father that claims to love you so much can just leave you, and then probably like 10 years later that he wants to come into your life and play that father figure that he missed out for so long. It's heartbreaking to actually know that people actually do this in this world. But yeah, my father left when I was very young, so my mom basically played the father and mother role side by side, literally. So she'll go to my little brother's games, and after that come back and then look after us as well and feed us and stuff like that. But it wasn't always the great. I think I feel like when I was younger it just wasn't enough. Like, I just wanted more. I think I just wanted more love, because I didn't really get to see that in my household, because everybody was very much serious and like angry and going through their own situations and issues, that it wouldn't just allow us to have like that normal family love and games and all that type of stuff that probably you would see that normal families probably do. I don't really know what classes a normal family, but if you get what I mean. But yeah, like, it was just horrific because there was a lot of just situations going on and a lot of people just passing away in my life, such as friends and stuff, and it's painful because you always see your friends as your close family, so just watching them die and like literally live or watching them like die, it was painful because you're thinking, I've got to live with the rest of my life with this on my hands, literally, that just watching you die has just been something that's been repetitively in my brain, even if it's been like 4 years ago that you passed away, that in my brain, I'm just seeing it all the time and just watching you fall down to the ground, and it's just painful to watch because it's like, it's hard. It's like you think that when the years go by, it will get easier, but it doesn't get easier at all. It's like it gets harder and harder because even when you go to sleep, you still envision that person because you still envision that person because they were so close to you and they were like very dear to your heart. So going to sleep is like you just see bad nightmares and bad dreams of the person, and it's just like, okay, cool. And it just gets worse and worse because it's like they died so near to your birthday that every year it's like your birthday gets worse and worse and worse. So this year I wasn't even surprised that I've gone on friggin' Shape Up because I was thinking, what's this year going to be? Is it going to be another death? Or is it going to be something nuts? And something nuts like me being on Shape Up and everyone blasting me. I was like, alright, this one's different. Like, okay. At least it's not like a death on my birthday this time. But yeah, it's just crazy. Every year something on my birthday always happens. So it's like, okay, cool. That's why I don't really celebrate my birthday in general. And yeah, so it's like painful because you just see that thing happening all the time, and it's like, okay, cool. People don't really see the backside of stories. I was very depressed. I was severely depressed. I was always slitting my wrist all the time because I just thought that the pain that I'm slitting up my wrist with, it hurts more than the pain that I'm facing in real life. So slitting my wrist is like, okay, yeah, it hurts, but the pain that I'm feeling in real life, that can't compare to the pain that I'm hurting myself with right now. So I still have the marks on my arms. You guys have seen it on my TikTok. I don't really mind sharing that because I know there's people out there as well that just want to speak, or they're just stuck with it. They can't speak or something just because like they feel like social media will judge them in a certain way. That's how I felt. I thought I was very thin before, and I thought that I had to gain weight. In my mind, I told myself I had to gain weight because that's how social media wants me to look like. I need to be like the other girls on social media. I need to gain weight. I need to look like them. So I was very insecure about how I looked, my teeth, my height, everything. I just wanted to look like how everybody else was looking on social media. So I know there's people that's out there that's slitting their wrists and depressed and stuff. So that's why I just wanted to help them in general because I've been there. I've been in your situation. I've been in your boots. Like I can help you type of thing. So I can guide you the best I can in the way I've been dealt with. So I was like, okay, no problem, you know. So I was very depressed and stuff. I just didn't know how to deal with it at that time. I remember I was so young. It started from when I was the age of like 12, 13. So it was like a continuous battle in my mind. Like, how would I like break through it? It's like a chain that wasn't getting broken. It was just painful all the time. Because there's just a lot of different type of events going on in my life, like family members getting sexually assaulted, my friends passing away, my cousins and stuff going into prison. So it was like, okay, I don't know what to do. I don't really have no one to speak to. I don't really have friends like that anymore because they're not here. So I don't know what to do with life. So it was just very difficult because as well, I was very depressed, like I said. Like I tried to kill myself 3 times, and it was like, every time I try to kill myself, I was thinking like, God, is there a purpose why you're not letting me die? Because I don't see the purpose of living right now. I don't really see the purpose of being here because there's no one else here to look after me. There's no one else here that loves me the way I want to be loved or whatever love is. I don't really know what love was. That's why I was looking for it through boyfriends, through relationships and all that flipping stuff that didn't really need to be done. Like I didn't need to do all that stuff. It's just that I couldn't find love in the household that I was in. That's why I was looking for it anywhere else. So that's why I say I create these brunches. I generally create these brunches because I wanted to help people, because I know they go through situations. Because at that time period, I think my depression and all these traumatic events, like from like 12, 13 years old till about 17, I think, yeah, around that time. So between that age gap, there's a lot of things going on. So I knew that when people are messaging me on Snapchat, asking me for advice and stuff, I'm like, alright, cool. Let me just take 10 girls out. Why not? It's exam season coming soon. I know they're going to be stressed. I know there's situations going on at home and you want to hear to your parents and stuff. Because like me, I didn't want to study flipping health and social care in school. Like I worked with children before. So I didn't want to study health and social care personally. I wanted to do art. I went to college and I was doing hair and media makeup. That's what I wanted to do at first. And you get persuaded by your parents saying that that's not going to make you money. That's not going to take you anywhere. It's not going to provide you finances. So then after that, I fell for the trap. I did freaking health and social care. I didn't want to do it, but I did it and I completed it. But like it wasn't something that I wanted to do. So I was trying to tell these girls as well that you don't have to, like, yes, listen to your parents, but if you know what career path you want to go through, and you know what you want to do with life, you don't have to like forcefully like always have to follow what they're telling you to do, because at the end of the day it's your life. They've lived a different generation. They don't know how the generation is functioning. You do what you want to do. Be happy for what you want to be happy for. Like, enjoy life the way you want to enjoy life. You're still young. You still could do better stuff. I'm very young too, so I know what you're going through, like, literally. So that's why I create the brunches. I took 10 girls out just to go eat, go have fun, like, take them out of like where their mindset is at, where their headspace is at, and just go and enjoy themselves. So that's what I did, and I won't lie to you, they enjoyed it. They can say that they enjoyed it as well, because generally we had fun. We did like a speed dating session, we spoke around with different people, and it was great because they met people at different career paths as well. So it's like, it was a great day, like we all enjoyed it. They had cake and stuff, like it was calm. So then after that, even before I did these events, I did contact parents. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't not contact parents if, like, I know they're young. I know they were from the ages of 13 to like 16, because that's what I said on my story. So I know I'm gonna have to contact parents because they are young, and I even messaged them as well, messaged some of them as well, saying that, okay, cool, your parents are gonna have to be contacted, because I can't take you out then because it's parent consent. I know how it works. I've worked with children before. I've done health and social care. I have my certificates and stuff like that. So I know how this thing works as well. So it went well. Like, we enjoyed it and stuff. And after that, I did a second brunch, and then the second brunch came up with 2,000 responses. Like, no one was forced to come to these brunches. No one was forcefully had to do anything. Like, everybody joined the group chat out of their own will. Like, literally, you got sent a link and you joined the group chat out of your own will, and everyone was enjoying the group chat. We were laughing, we were talking about different things, boyfriends, school stuff, like different conversations we were having in that group chat. And they met different people in their age group that live in their area that they can probably chill with or do whatever they want to do with. And it went well. Like, it was all cool. It was cool, and it was all merry. So it was a bit heartbreaking just to know that people just thought that I was just gonna forcefully take these girls out, and their parents don't know. Their parents were aware. Like, we enjoyed ourselves, and I even made sure that the thing didn't start late, because I know people had to get back home, and I wanted them to get back home safe as well. So it's just really crazy what social media could actually say about you. It's heartbreaking, genuinely, because at a young age as well, on your birthday, you're waking up to death threats, so many death threats, and people telling you to go kill yourself and continue to sit in my wrist and die and all that stuff. And I was like, okay, cool, because it's crazy, because some of these messages as well come from grown adults. I'm thinking, really, like, it's mind-boggling, because the reason why I wanted to do this as well at that certain age range is because my traumatic events happen at that certain age range. That's why I was trying to target them, because I was like, okay, cool, they would understand. Like, they probably are going through the same thing. Maybe they're not, but if they just want someone to speak to you, if they just want someone to guide them, or just like help them with certain situations, I can be that person. I can be that big sister, because you don't really have people on social media that's helping you for free. Like, why not? Not everything has to be paid for. Like, you could just come, you could just chill, we could just talk, just call me, we can laugh on the phone and stuff like that. It's nothing that deep. Like, literally, social media just blows things out of so much proportion. I'm like, okay, cool, like, that's not the person that I am. That's not the Amphit that people know me to be. Like, I'm always helping people. I was helping people before I was even doing the brunches. I was always helping youngers. Like, if they needed money for school, I would give them money for school and stuff. And I'm not shy to say that, because I'm always I just love helping people. I don't understand why it's so troubling or so like deceiving in people's eyes that like a black girl is helping people. I'm still young. Like, I'm genuinely very still young. So I don't understand why I can't help people like around like near my age range or probably younger. Why can't I help people? I just don't understand what the crime is about that situation. Like, I just don't understand why I can't do such thing. But it's very just mad to hear. Like, it's very just disappointing that people just think so low of me, and it's very upsetting as well that it's been blown on social media or on TikTok. I've been sent like 40 different TikToks that my face posted and said this about and that about. I'm like, okay, like, I don't understand what you want me to do. Like, I'm not gonna fight back, because whatever you guys are hearing right now is what you gotta believe in. So I don't even know after this is people gonna believe me. I don't know where it's gonna go, but it's just to let people know that I'm not gonna stop doing the brunches. I will continue doing the brunches. I'm gonna continue speaking my voice, because I will be heard. I don't care. You can beef me today, you can beef me next year, but I'm gonna continue doing the brunches, because I know deep down it's helping people. Even if it helps one person or two people, I don't care. I don't care out of the 2,000 people that only 3 people hear me. I don't care. As long as I get that 3 people to actually be happy and get them in the career path that they want to do, and just let them enjoy life and let them be happy, and just be that sister that they can just cry on. Like, I don't mind. That's all that matters to me. I just want to help them through whatever situation that they're going through. So I'm going to continue doing the brunches. I'm going to continue speaking on my social media. I'm going to continue posting on my Instagram and my TikTok and all my other possible social media platforms. So thank you guys for listening. But thank you. I don't know what else to say, but I don't want to cry on this thing because this is actually, it's actually crazy to me. But thank you guys for listening, and